Hey guys, this is Lucas, Billy, and Javier here with Orenda and with another anime talk. Today we're going to be talking about what anime worlds we'd like to live in if we could choose. Some basic things we want to cover. In these worlds, it's randomized, right? If we're inside this world, we could either be, a peasant or like next to the main characters. We're not just going to be automatically the main characters. We could be anyone within that world. So you definitely want to consider that when choosing a world, In any of these worlds, we have the potential to, meet those characters to become more powerful or whatever the world's like,
First off the list, Attack on Titan.
You guys look at me.
So you know the most about it.
You know the most, you watch the most.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah.
Attack on Titan, you can either, it could go both ways. You could be, actually no, you could go a lot of ways. Like, you could be the king, you could be a freaking Titan, not even like the good Titans. Like those big-headed Titans with like small cheeks. You can basically spawn in as almost anything. I don't think it's ever good for you. Like,
that's true.
Living in that world, I don't think there is a good outcome unless you're like the colossal Titan and you know how to use those powers.
Yeah, or if like, you get really lucky and spoiler alert, you get to like be able to turn into a Titan, but like the likelihood of being that person is like a 0.000. Like you're basically not gonna be one of those people. You're either gonna be like a stupid looking Titan or just normal human.
Yeah,
trying to live your life.
Most of the people in that show, normal people.
Yeah, normal peasants, just trying to farm.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be nice to like run around naked. Those hand gestures, just.
Now we have the next one on our list, Black Clover. It kind of falls in the same category as, Attack on Titan. It's like, all nobility has the magic, and if you're not noble, you're basically a peasant, and you'll probably, at best, be like a low-level magic knight.
The only good thing is that, like, the nobles actually live a good life. Like, at least in comparison to Attack on Titan, I feel like even if you're up there, you're still gonna have a shitty life.
Yeah, that's true. All you need to know is, it would suck to live in that world, unless you're a noble. It's better than Attack on Titan, but like that's not saying much.
That's not saying much. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. But yeah, moving on. Hunter x Hunter. Let's not dwell on Black Clover. Yeah. Black Clover's kind of.
Yeah, no one cares about that. Yeah. Hunter x Hunter. That I feel like it's okay. This Hunter x Hunter almost falls into like a One Piece scenario, which is the world's so diverse, and there's so many different scenarios where you can live. You could either, it's like a lot of these are like you could be a peasant farmer person, or you could like live in the city. I don't know. I almost feel like you could be living a normal life in Hunter x Hunter if you wanted to, which is that's nice, to have that. But I'm trying to live in an anime world, not to live a normal life. So why am I choosing Hunter x Hunter?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about Hunter x Hunter because like they haven't, at least in the anime, they haven't explored what's it called?
The Dark World or something like that.
Yeah, that continent.
Yeah, the dark continent.
The Dark Continent. They haven't really explored that, so I don't really know much of the Hunter x Hunter world. And what I've seen of it, like, Greek Island is pretty dope. But that's like even if we were born into that era,
Next one, 7 Deadly Sins.
A big reason why you wouldn't so you think about the Magic Knights, they seem pretty powerful until you pair them up against like the 7 Deadly Sins, and then everyone who's a human gets bodied. Like all the 7 Deadly Sins are like demons, or like they're different, species. They're not human, and you probably won't be one of them. And the only human who's powerful is Escanor, and he's one of a kind. Like there's no one like him. Like
who's Escanor?
Like oh my boy. Like once but he already knows. He saw Escanor.
I mean, even someone like him has a weakness though.
Yeah, even he has a weakness. Like everyone has a weakness. It's very dangerous, and you can be
dangerous regardless. You
can be a peasant.
You
can be a peasant, like that's the problem with all these shows so far. You can be a peasant, like.
Alright, now let's start talking about shows I actually know of.
Yeah, and that way, like we would actually
wanna maybe live in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with what's hot right now. My Hero.
You're more likely to have a quirk than you are to not have a quirk. So, and I just like to see what quirk I get. So I mean, I want to live in that world. Constant crime. Why not?
But it's like, what I don't like about it is okay. First, it's highly competitive, especially like after the stuff in the show. Like, let's say you're in that era, like to be a hero, it's gonna be highly competitive. There's the regulations and all that stuff to use your quirks. You get to live a normal life if you don't have a quirk, which I guess that's okay. But it's like, even if you get a quirk, it doesn't mean you're gonna get a good one. Like, you look at Midoriya's mom; she can float small objects to her.
But she's chilling.
Like
I think that's nice.
all she can do.
That's nice.
He's a hater.
I'm just saying, you do some Nine Tails and some stuff in that world, and then this world you're just like, like.
So there's another concept to that world that I'm not sure if you guys know, but the vigilantes.
Oh yeah, I've heard about them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a manga thing that I've heard about, and I kind of read. Surprisingly,
which is
I read. I don't even watch My Hero. I don't even watch My Hero, but they're basically people who couldn't be superheroes, basically.
But it's like, why would I want to be a vigilante? Like you think about it, you're like, oh, I want to be All Might or Todoroki or like some cool thing like that. But it's like, you go in the world and you be a vigilante. So the next world, which I'm a specialist in, is Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and I would say that world would kind of suck to live in.
Yeah.
You could be, a human, or you could be a Namekian, or you could be a Saiyan, right? So in the Dragon Ball world, there's lots of technology. People live really quality lives. They're not peasants. It's just like, you're just chilling.
My fault.
You're just a normal civilian, right? But the thing is, I guess any normal civilian can get strong, right? So you can like get strong to the point of like flying and like being able to blow up stuff like the moon, because obviously Krillin. Yeah, Krillin, he's a regular human.
Oh yeah.
Krillin's a human, and he's strong enough, he can blow up the earth if he wanted. Like, that's how strong you can get extremely strong still, right? But the fact is that even still, if you end up being a human, then, and you're someone like Krillin or Yamcha, in the overall scheme of things, you're pretty much fodder and you're pretty much pointless, and you need to do so much work to even get there, and even the chances of you getting there, Krillin, he's part of the 0.001% of the population,
Yeah.
He's the top of, he's like the Mike Tyson of boxers. He's the one of the one, And if you become a Saiyan, I guess you get lucky, but even still, we see that just because you're a Saiyan doesn't mean that, you're going to be the strongest,
Yeah.
And
so,
the only good thing I see in that world is the Dragon Balls.
So.
Okay. Next world. One Piece.
One
My
Piece.
gosh, this world. I've had so much thought on it, and he convinced me otherwise that it's probably the worst world to live, like anime-wise, period.
Yeah.
Easy.
Simple reason, it's either hit or miss. You're a human, and if you're a human, you're gonna get like...
You're gonna get clapped?
You're gonna get clapped by all these pirates.
They're
gonna steal your stuff.
Yeah,
you have nothing against the pirates, basically. There's like that 1% that you might get a devil fruit, and you're chilling. You might get a good devil fruit, or you might get a trash shitty devil fruit.
Like a really, really.
And you can't swim after that either.
And you're a pirate.
And you're a pirate.
Living in. Let's say you even you get super omega lucky, right? You get on the crew of like Luffy or one of the best pirate crews, right?
You could still get wrecked.
You could still get. You could be the worst person on that crew still.
Yeah.
And just get body. You could be fodder on their crew, like.
There's no winning. It's such a dangerous world.
Yeah.
You could be minding your business one day, the next day you're dead.
And then what's that? Okay, what's the sea called? The one in the Grand Line.
the red line.
You know how like the waters, they change up, and then the weather patterns they change up, and then you can like lose. There's like really no way to.
Well, it's like, okay, you just think about One Piece. There's so many variables. Different islands you can be on, different people you can be, different powers you can be.
It's the definition of like random. Alright, next.
Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
If it's like during the time the show takes place in, I don't know if I'd want to live in it. Just
like it's
vibes.
a German-like country, basically. Like it's very, it feels like very much World War II, like German feel to it, and like, you think about like, what's her name,
So
Ling Ling.
depressing.
She comes from China, which we haven't seen what that looks like.
Ling Ling.
Is her name Ling Ling?
I know. I was like Ling Ling.
I thought her name.
Lanfan?
Lanfan! Okay, well, there we go.
Lanfan.
Basically, like, they kind of like Chinese, culture. You have the German culture. You even have like that Middle East culture.
Mm-hmm.
And from what they represented, okay, you have the Chinese culture, which has an emperor who oppresses like the peasants. You have the German area, which is like very military.
Centralized.
Yes,
Centralized
yeah.
military, yeah.
And then you have like the northern part, which is like a whole bunch of like, almost outcast people. Then you have like the Middle East places getting like bombed and basically genocided. Like, why would I want to live there?
Oh shoot! I just realized that's like a perfect like mirror.
Yeah,
to, like the actual world.
Yeah. So it's like
the Middle East getting wrecked. Yeah.
So why would I want to live there when I could get? I might be part of like Scar's people and get genocided. Like,
I like the concept of that.
Yeah.
Love
See,
alchemy
the
and
alchemy
everything,
part is
but if it was
filthy.
taking place
In a different
post
time.
event of the story, like
Yeah, I agree.
after 3 years and everything, I'd be fine. That'd be great. You know, everything's all peachy. So now let's talk about worlds that we actually like, because so far almost every anime on our list has been
Pretty dangerous.
pretty dangerous or just sucky. Pokemon. Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I feel like everyone can relate to Pokemon.
Once
I don't
already.
think there's like a single thing bad, in my opinion, about Pokemon.
That's true.
What's bad about it?
See,
That's what I thought.
That's in a generic sense, right? It's.
What the?
But in a generic sense. so in a generic sense, Pokemon is like a great world to live in because it's like, oh, you're safe. You get to have like a pet that's like also like helps you live.
No. It's not a pet. It's your partner.
Okay, you have to have a partner which helps you, you know, grow and like just have fun. Basically, in the world, your whole job is to have fun. That's basically the world of Pokemon.
And be happy.
And
Just be happy.
You know,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's like. But for me, right, I want to be able to, you know, make the world a better place. Obviously, there's some issues in Pokemon with, like, you know, the people trying to steal Pokemon and stuff. But
Yeah, I guess there is something wrong with Pokemon.
like, there is, like,
There's, you know,
but you're not gonna
thievery.
die.
Yeah, you're not gonna die. Your Pokemon can actually die, like in the first Pokemon.
But realistically, like, it's basically the ideal world to live in. But the thing is, it's kind of, I don't know, I don't want to just, like, live in the world to make myself better, make myself the best, you know. I want to help the people around me, but they don't really need any help, or I can't make that connection with them because they're living their own thing, you know. They're doing their own
So you
happy
feel
thing.
it's too safe.
Yeah, it's too safe. I want something to improve upon, you know? Yeah.
He likes it rough.
Shut
But
up.
yeah, I'd also probably pick Pokemon as like up there if I wanted to live a safe life,
Yeah.
easy life, fun
Easy.
life, happy life.